During a time when being openly gay was still largely stigmatized, many of Hollywood's most beloved icons broke barriers and became beacons of hope and pride. Sadly, several of these stars were later lost to the AIDS epidemic, an unspeakable illness that devastated communities and took countless lives far too soon. Here are 20 gay icons lost to an unspeakable illness. 1. Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury was a musical sensation born in Zanzibar. His vibrant stage presence and 4-octave vocal range enchanted audiences around the globe. While he never publicly disclosed his sexuality, his close friends were aware of it, including his deep bond with Mary Austin, whom he called his soulmate. After receiving an HIV diagnosis in 1987, Mercury chose to keep it private while continuing to produce music. His final years were filled with creativity, culminating in the 1991 album Innuendo. He confirmed his AIDS status just before his death on November 24, 1991, from complications related to the disease. In his honor, the Mercury Phoenix Trust has fought against AIDS since 1992. 2. Wade Dominguez. Wade Dominguez was an emerging Hollywood talent who tragically passed away at just 32. Born on May 10, 1966, in Santa Clara County, California, he had a unique look from his Mexican and French heritage. Before acting, he worked as a go-go dancer, which allowed him to embrace his love for performance. He gained recognition in 1995 with Dangerous Minds and showcased his versatility in films like City of Industry and The Taxman. Despite privately battling AIDS, he kept it hidden to focus on his career. He died from respiratory failure on August 26, 1998, leaving the industry in shock. 3. Willie Smith. Willie Smith, born in Philadelphia in 1948, transformed the fashion industry with his urban perspective, earning him the title of the Godfather of Streetwear. He began his journey at Parsons School of Design, but was expelled due to an affair with a male student. Undeterred, he launched his label, Willie Wear, in 1976, focusing on affordable, stylish clothing that merged sportswear with high fashion. Partnering with Lan Barker in 1981, they grew the brand significantly. Sadly, after Barker's death from AIDS-related cancer in 1986, Smith's health declined rapidly. He passed away on April 17, 1987, at just 39, leaving a lasting legacy in modern streetwear. 4. Denholm Elliott. Denholm Elliott was an actor whose face was familiar, though his name might not be. Born in London in 1922, he featured in over 125 films and TV shows, often portraying lovable, slightly befuddled characters. His journey to acting included serving in the Royal Air Force during World War II and spending 3 years as a prisoner of war. Some notable roles include Marcus Brody in the Indiana Jones films and Coleman in Trading Places. Elliott, who was privately bisexual, was diagnosed with HIV in 1987. He passed away on October 6, 1992, from AIDS-related tuberculosis at 70, leaving a lasting legacy. 5. Robert Reed. Robert Reed, famed for his role as Mike Brady on The Brady Bunch, led a life far more complex than his wholesome on-screen persona. Born John Robert Wrights Jr. in 1932, he began his career on stage before making it to Hollywood in the 1960s. His portrayal of a loving father masked personal struggles, including a marriage to Marilyn Rosenberger, which ended after 5 years when he confided about his homosexuality. Reed battled colon cancer and was later revealed to be HIV positive. He passed away on May 12, 1992, leaving behind a legacy that sparked discussions on LGBTQ+ stigma in Hollywood. 6. Ed Koch. Ed Koch, the outspoken mayor of New York City from 1978 to 1989, was known for his catchphrase, "How am I doing?" and for embodying the city's spirit. Born in the Bronx in 1924, Koch served in World War II and became a lawyer before entering politics. He faced criticism for his response to the AIDS epidemic, with activists claiming he inadequately addressed the crisis, particularly regarding the gay community. After his death in 2013, it was revealed he was gay. Koch's legacy is a complex mix of achievements and controversies, leaving a lasting impact on New York. 7. Roy Cohn. Roy Cohn was a controversial figure in mid-20th century American politics. He rose to prominence as chief counsel to Senator Joseph McCarthy during the Army McCarthy hearings, where he aggressively prosecuted suspected communists, notably in the Rosenberg case. Cohn also played a crucial role in the Lavender Scare, advocating for the ban on gay federal employees. Despite persistent rumors about his own sexuality, including a possible relationship with his chief aide, Cohn always denied being gay. Diagnosed with HIV in 1984, he claimed to have liver cancer and passed away on August 2, 1986, at 59. 8. Andrei Nepela. Andrei Nepela, a once celebrated figure skater, was born in Bratislava, Czechoslovakia, in 1951. His journey began at 7, initially seeking relief for asthma, and by 13, he represented Czechoslovakia at the 1964 Winter Olympics. Known as the Ice Prince for his elegance and precise footwork, he achieved gold at the 1972 Winter Olympics, along with 3 World Championships and 5 European Championships. Despite rumors regarding his sexuality, Nepela kept his personal life private. He retired in 1973 and later coached in Germany. Sadly, he passed away from lymph node cancer on February 2, 1989, at age 38. 9. Brad Davis. Brad Davis, born Robert Creel Davis in 1949 in Tallahassee, Florida, led a life filled with dramatic highs and lows. Growing up amid his father's alcoholism and his parents' divorce, Davis found solace in acting, moving to New York as a teenager. His breakout role came in 1978's Midnight Express, earning him a Golden Globe. Known for tackling controversial roles, he became a gay icon, yet his personal life was marked by speculation about his sexuality and struggles with addiction. Diagnosed with AIDS in 1985, he kept his illness secret until his tragic assisted suicide on September 8, 1991, at age 41. 10. Rudolf Nureyev. Rudolf Nureyev, born on a Trans-Siberian train in 1938, was a groundbreaking ballet dancer who transformed the art form. Raised in poverty in Soviet Russia, he joined a folk dance group at 11 and later studied at the Vaganova Academy in Leningrad. His dramatic defection to the West in 1961 during a Kirov ballet tour in Paris catapulted him to fame. Nureyev partnered with legendary ballerina Dame Margot Fonteyn, challenging traditional gender roles in ballet and energizing the dance community. After becoming director of the Paris Opera Ballet in 1983, he continued to create until his death from AIDS-related complications on January 6, 1993, at 54. 11. Rock Hudson. Born Roy Harold Shearer Jr. in 1925, Rock Hudson embodied the classic Hollywood leading man. His rise from a small-town boy in Illinois to stardom began in the 1950s with films like Magnificent Obsession. Despite a successful career, Hudson struggled to maintain a public facade of heterosexuality, including a brief marriage that was largely a cover. In 1984, he was diagnosed with AIDS, and in 1985, he became the first major celebrity to publicly acknowledge his diagnosis. His death on October 2, 1985, raised awareness about AIDS and helped destigmatize the disease. 12. Liberace. Liberace, born Vladu Valentino Liberace in 1919, was the epitome of showmanship. He displayed prodigious piano talent from a young age, but his theatrical style, complete with extravagant costumes and candelabras, catapulted him to fame in the 1950s with The Liberace Show. Despite rumors about his sexuality, he vehemently denied being gay, even winning a lawsuit against a tabloid in 1956. His long-term relationship with Scott Thorson ended in controversy. Liberace's health deteriorated in the 1980s, and he passed away from pneumonia related to AIDS on February 4, 1987, despite initially claiming otherwise. 13. Pedro Zamora. Pedro Zamora, born in Cuba in 1972, was a pioneering figure in HIV/AIDS education. His family immigrated to Miami when he was 8, and he embraced his sexuality early on. At 17, after being diagnosed HIV positive, Zamora dedicated his life to educating others about the virus, particularly youth. His charisma helped break the stigma around HIV. In 1994, he appeared on MTV's The Real World, San Francisco, becoming one of the first openly gay men with HIV on TV. Tragically, he passed away from an opportunistic infection on November 11, 1994, at just 22, leaving a lasting legacy. 14. Howard Ashman. Howard Ashman, born in 1950 in Baltimore, was a key figure in Disney's musical renaissance during the late 1980s and early 1990s. His passion for theater began young, leading to his Broadway success with Little Shop of Horrors, co-created with Alan Menken. Ashman wrote iconic songs for The Little Mermaid, including Under the Sea, earning him an Academy Award. Despite being diagnosed with AIDS while working on Beauty and the Beast, he continued to contribute meaningfully, infusing songs with depth. He passed away on March 14, 1991, at 40, leaving a lasting legacy in animation and music. 15. Steve Rubell. Steve Rubell was the iconic mastermind behind Studio 54, the legendary New York nightclub that defined the disco era. After graduating from Syracuse University and managing restaurants, Rubell partnered with Ian Schrager to transform a CBS studio into the club, which opened in 1977. Known for its exclusive atmosphere, Rubell's motto was, "The key to a good party is filling a room with guests more interesting than you." Following a prison sentence for tax evasion, he entered the hotel industry, launching Morgan's Hotel. Diagnosed with HIV in 1985, Rubell passed away on July 25, 1989, at 45. 16. Anthony Perkins. Anthony Perkins, born in 1932 in New York City, was renowned for his role as Norman Bates in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. The son of actor Osgood Perkins, he initially gained recognition with an Oscar nomination for Friendly Persuasion. Despite his success, Perkins grappled with his sexuality during a repressive era, secretly dating actor Tab Hunter. He married photographer Barry Berenson in 1973 and had 2 sons, but struggled with his identity. Diagnosed with HIV in the late 1980s, he passed away from AIDS-related pneumonia on September 12, 1992, at 60. 17. Steven Stucker. Steven Stucker, born in 1947 in Des Moines, Iowa, was a comedic actor known for his memorable performances in The Airplane movies, where his manic energy won fans over. His career began in theater in San Francisco, leading to his big break with the Kentucky Fried Theater. In 1984, Stucker publicly revealed his HIV diagnosis during a time of stigma and fear, becoming one of the first actors to openly discuss it. He attributed his contraction of the virus to past drug use. Tragically, he passed away from AIDS-related complications in 1986 at the age of 38. 18. Paul Shenar. Paul Shenar, born in 1936 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, was an admired actor known for his versatility and dedication. His career spanned both stage and screen, with notable roles in films like Scarface and the series The Wild Wild West. A founding member of the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, Shenar established himself as a powerful stage presence and respected mentor. While he maintained a largely private personal life, rumors of a 5-year relationship with Jeremy Brett circulated. Tragically, Shenar passed away from AIDS-related complications in 1989 at the age of 53. 19. Joel Crothers. Joel Crothers, born in 1941 in Cincinnati, was a prominent figure in daytime television, known for his roles in soap operas like The Edge of Night, Dark Shadows, and Somerset. He began acting on Broadway at just 14, and quickly became known for his striking looks and ability to portray both heroes and villains. While Crothers was openly gay among friends and co-stars, he kept his sexuality private from the public. His engagement to actress Vala Gray raised speculation about its authenticity. Tragically, Crothers passed away from AIDS-related lymphoma in 1985 at the age of 44. 20. Keith Haring. Keith Haring was a prominent artist and cultural icon in the 1980s New York City street art scene. Known for his bold lines, vibrant colors, and instantly recognizable figures, he gained fame for his subway drawings that became impromptu galleries accessible to the public. Haring's art addressed social issues like gay rights, AIDS awareness, and racial equality, often featuring joyful, interconnected figures symbolizing unity. After being diagnosed with HIV in 1987, he established the Keith Haring Foundation to support AIDS organizations. He passed away in 1990 at age 31, leaving behind a powerful legacy of love, unity, and activism against HIV/AIDS. If you like this video, do not forget to share and subscribe. Also, let us know in the comments who surprised you in this list: 20 gay icons lost to an unspeakable illness.